Hey, what is up guys, this is Yeager here, and today I'll be showing you guys how to play Kassadin. So this game right here is taken directly from a Diamond ELO solo queue game on the EOS server. So we are playing against the Yasuo mid, which is also why I went for the corrupting potion instead of the classic dark shield into refillable potion start. And that's because Corrupting Potion is really OP against champions like Yasuo and Malzahar, and that is due to the fact that it can proc their passive shield and pretty much make it useless. As for the ability max order, this game I will be maxing E, and that's because it works based on how much the enemies use their abilities, and Yasuo has pretty much low cooldown on all his abilities, right? So he will keep spamming them and then we will get free stacks on our E. Another good thing is that his wind wall can't block it, so it's pretty much free perk whenever we have it up. So Kassadin is quite weak early game, and he's even weaker against AD champions with lots of kill pressure like Talon, Yasuo, Aatrox. So what we have to do here is just let them push in and then we farm under the turret. So if you struggle, you can just let them push into your turret and then you farm safely there, right? But this game we are playing against a Shyvana jungle, so the risk of us getting ganked isn't that high because she doesn't have that much kill pressure early on. So right here I'm confident that I can dodge his Q, and that way I will win the trades because my minion wave is bigger than his. And that's because I have been slowly stacking it up while he went for the trades. And that kind of guaranteed that I would win the fight if he decided to go for it. Now that Yasuo is pretty low HP, it means I have control of the lane for now, and Rammus is also coming in from topside, so you'll most likely get his flash. Okay, we did, that's perfect. So Yasuo kind of have to give up the lane for now and just let me free farm. And that isn't the ideal situation for him since he has ignite, so he prefers zoning me off CS and deny my scaling. I could stay here, but I could also risk getting ganked by Shyvana, so that's why I decided to back off because I don't really have vision on the top side of the jungle, so it's better just play it out safe since I have TP and I can come back with 2 items. So no matter what Yasuo decides to do here, he will still end up losing lots of CS, so he decided to stay. And I didn't really notice that Aurelion Sol was coming, but I kind of know how his kit works, so I was able to maneuver around his abilities and avoid dying, and that turned out to be really good for us because my other teammates capitalized on it and we ended up getting 2 kills and possibly that one as well. Perfect. Okay, that's a triple kill for Jax, so his top lane is pretty much won right now. That allows us to get some free farm in the mid lane because we aren't pressured by Yasuo, so we should be able to get the Rod of Ages faster, which will be our first item. It's really important that you rush this first item because it needs to stack right, so having it earlier is better for us. So I do want to base, but it's important that you show this lane in, else it will freeze. But luckily for us, Yasuo decided to push this here, so can safely recall, and we will be going for the double crystals because we can't afford the other one at the moment. But it's still fine though, we managed to use up all our gold. When playing Kassadin, it's important that you know that you will be farming the majority of the game until you get like 3 or 4 items, and that's when you can start doing stuff. And your win condition is pretty much level 16 when your ultimate is at such a cooldown that you can just teleport around the map and start one-shotting people. Even though you obviously know Kassadin's win condition, it's not a guarantee that your teammates will, especially not the jungler. If you have someone that just keeps invading while you're shoved in, then there's nothing you can do to help him, right? And the enemy mid laner will obviously be there before you, so if you do get flamed for not helping your teammates, then just make sure to mute them and focus on your own gameplay. Because if they invade when you are shoved in, then they don't know how to jungle properly, right? So it's better just muting them and focusing on yourself. As for the laning right now, we are still doing well in terms of CSing, and that's only a good thing for us because we aren't supposed to win against Yasuo, right? So we just have to keep it up and hopefully get our Rod of Ages pretty soon. So as you can see this game, I'm always stacking up my waves, so whenever Yasuo goes into trade he will take so much damage from the minion wave, and that's a guaranteed loss for him whenever he goes for those kind of trades. So I did notice that Alistar is missing from the map a while after he died, so he's probably walking mid to game me right now, and Shyvana is here as well, and you can tell from her movement that somebody is coming to help her because there's no reason she walked towards me like that, right? So, and there Alistar is, and luckily I managed to time my R well so I don't end up dying here. So even though they forced my base right here, it's really good for us because they have 3 people mid that didn't get anything for their time, so my side lanes and my jungler will be able to get lots of free farm and get some more vision around the map. So even though you might get camped a lot, just make sure that you don't die, especially as Kassadin, because whenever you die your Rod of Ages will be delayed by a lot, right? So make sure that you keep that in mind when playing him. Okay, so our goal is still to just farm for the Rod of Ages, and until we have that we can't really do much at this point. We really need to scale, and that's important on Kassadin, so forcing too many unnecessary things will just end up punishing you in the long run. So the skull crab is up, and you should definitely be taking this whenever you have the chance, and right now is a good time to do it because the wave just mid lane, so we still have some time to do it and then walk back up. By taking this you also deny the enemy jungler lots of XP and CS. Just gonna play it safe for a bit here and just get all the CS we can. We don't want to risk getting like 10% HP or end up dying because that will really screw us over, especially when we don't have our Rod of Ages yet. And the wave is stacking up, right, so we can't really force a trade here. So my bot lane just died, which is quite unfortunate, so I have to start helping them soon. Because it looks like they are getting camped a lot, and we can't have the game in that fast, especially not when playing Kassadin because it needs some time to scale, right? So just gonna TP bot here so they don't take the turret. And sometimes it's alright just to TP to possibly save the turret, and well, my intention wasn't to get any kills here, we still ended up getting kills because they overextended, so that's even better for us, but it's fine to TP just to save your objectives if you can. So the Infernal's up and we can definitely get this for free since their teammates overextended and ended up dying. So Shyvana kinda wants to contest this one, so I'm just gonna zone her here and I won't die because I know her flash is down, so just gonna try to keep away from the Infernal Drake because it is one of the best drakes in solo queue. So it'll be really bad if we give that one over to them. Especially when we had Jhin, which is one of the champions in League that benefits the most from the Infernal Drake because of how his kit works, so he gets more AD than other champions. So as for building the second item, we can go for the Seeker Samgard, which would be really good against AD champions like Yasuo, but we feel confident this game, so I will be going for the Lich Bane. Right now I'm just browsing the item section and seeing for the items that one can upgrade, and unfortunately most of them are just super late game items, so we can't make use of it right now. Okay guys, so I see that Shyvana is missing here, and I also know that Jhin is alone bot side because Ornn just died, so it's obvious she's going to gank bot side, so that's why I moved immediately and hopefully I can get a few kills from here. It's important that you think about what can happen next, and right here, since the ADC is alone, it's obvious they will try to tower dive him, right? Because they have an Alistar and a Shyvana, so because I moved here, we managed to get 2 kills, and possibly the last one as well. He shouldn't be able to get away, he doesn't have flash up, so that should be quite free. So because I moved, we managed to get 3 kills, and if I just AFK mid, we probably wouldn't have got anything, so that's why it's important always to think about what can happen next. Predicting what the enemies are going to do before they actually do it can be a bit difficult at the start, but it's something that comes naturally as you get to play more and get more experience. For example, we know that Alistar is probably one of the best champions to tower dive, and it's obvious that when he sees an ADC that's alone bot side, he's going to call for his jungler. Maybe he doesn't even need the jungler because he can just dive with the ADC, right? But you can prevent this dive from happening if you can predict it and move in advance. And even if you can't prevent the dive from happening, you will most of the time be able to get something for it, so you make it worth it for yourself. So always keep an eye on the minimap, guys, and see what's going on around the map so you can plan ahead. Okay, so Jax is coming to help us again, and that's really good because we managed to get his flash once more, and if he decides to base right now, we will be able to get the turret mid lane. And that's really huge for us because the mid lane turret gives up so much vision. We did manage to get the mid lane turret, and that's really huge for us because the enemies are giving up lots of vision, and that means they can control where I'm going, so I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want at this point of the game. So right now I'll just base and get my Sheen so I have more cooldown, and that's really gonna help out my ultimate later on. So once more I do see that my ADC is alone bot side because On died again, so I'm just moving bot side in case they are going to dive him so I can prevent it from happening. And even if that doesn't happen, I'm just going to clear up that pink ward they placed in that brush over there so we have some more vision. Okay, so Shyvana is probably moving mid side right now because Yasuo is chasing Jax, and he would never do that if he was alone because Jax is really fit, right? So at this point it's really obvious that he's going there, so maybe I can go and help him and maybe I can't. It was too late at this point, but I don't think I could have stopped that from happening though. I will be able to get some more damage on this turret since Yasuo is dead, so if they want to defend it, then Shyvana has to come, and then she will give up pressure. So I see my own is coming from my right side, so if someone is chasing me, I'll just run towards him and then we can maybe make a play happen. Okay, that's great, we got the tier 2 turret. Oh, and we are getting chased by Alistar and Kai'Sa. We should be able to get away here though. And they wasted a ignite on me, so that's good. Unfortunately, On died here, but we should still be able to win this fight if we play it out right. Okay, that's great. My teammates are doing real well at the moment, and Jax just got a double kill. Like, they have no one on their team who can stop Jax from split pushing when he's fit, so the kills are going to the right guy at least. And we got the Herald as well, so we should be able to break open the base and get the inhibitor here. Should be able to get this turret as well, and possibly the next one. Yeah, we should definitely back off here, but I'm being a bit greedy. My teammates are as well. Okay, yeah, this wasn't the smartest choice, and we should just have backed off after we got the second turret, but it's alright though. Still have such a huge advantage that they won't be able to make a comeback. unless we make those mistakes over and over. So now the entire mid side is down, right? So we can either go mid and just run it down, or we can go bot side and play it more safe. So right now I have TP up and I see that Aurelion Sol is overextended, right? So I'm going to tell my teammates to keep chasing him if he decides to stay, and then I will TP and flank him from behind. Okay, so he's being really greedy here, and so I'm just going to TP behind, and then I tell my teammates to keep chasing him. So when he runs upwards, I'm just going to flank him and get the free kill. When we have the free kill, we are just able to end the game, because they don't have anything to defend. So mid lane I saw Yasuo is also overextended, so maybe we might be able to get him here. Then we can just push it mid lane. Apparently he gets out though, but it's alright. I should just move towards bot lane right now and get the turrets and end the game that way, instead of risking that we just run it down mid and die. So these guys doesn't respect our flank potential, so they all extended and ended up dying. At this point the game is over, right? Because there's absolutely nothing they can do to make a comeback, especially not when we scale so well. Like, I don't even have my Lich Band yet, so the longer the game goes, the stronger I am. And same goes for Jax, right? So yeah, the game is over, so I hope you learned something from my Diamond ELO Kassadin commentary, and if you did like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps me out a lot, and see you guys next time.